Thank you for Patreon now for donating to the Patreon.
Hey guys, Vanity Ezel back at Card 5 Vanguard, as on the Vanity Weekly Reviews. I hope you guys enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe, and small shall we. This time we're covering the last few reveals of set 10, which is great. We're revealing more of those weird grade 3s that have the ability with over triggers, and we have a very interesting card for Eugene. Let's go ahead and start, shall we? First up today, we have If My Computer Would Work With Me. Okay, apparently it's not going to. We have Warrior of Oblivion. Grade 1 boost, 5k shield, 8k base, auto rear guard. When it's placed by the ability of your order card, you may draw 2 cards. If you did, you discard 2. So I really do like that ability. It's either you could choose not to do it, or you can just get a free draw 2, discard 2, which is great because it filters up your drop zone. And while yes, it's after you play an order, so you know your typical Zorga bullshit kind of can't proc off. It's still nice considering it sets up for the next turn. Or, you know, you can just get 2 free hand cards, get more guardian power, and then drop the next 2 and just set up for the next turn in general. So, all around, it's all grade 1. I think it's an interesting 2 of tech, but not warning more than that, because that is a little bit situational, and it does deck you out quickly. Then we have, okay, so my computer isn't going to work with me today. We have Hatsuratsu Cactus, grade 2 intercept, 5k shield, 10k base, continues rear guard. If this unit's on a rear guard circle with a geometry marker on it, it gets boosted intercept from back row. So it's a 5k interceptor with a 15k base. Cool. It's not horrible. It just feels like, I don't know, we didn't need this, but maybe I'm wrong. Me personally, I don't like this card, but that's just me. And then we have this random fucking card for Eugene. You know, Hexa didn't just get a random card, it got an evolution and a random card. Eugene just gets a random card, which I honestly expect this to be an evolution, not gonna lie. Branding Bolt of Duststorm Baxter, grade 2 and set 5k shield, 10k base, continuous rear guard. During the battle, this unit is attacked by your opponent's other unit in the same column as this unit, it cannot be hit. Basically, they can't column kill it. So like, if this was in a 1 column and then Nahalem was directly opposing it, I can't swing with Nahalem into it, which is interesting. But too bad it doesn't bypass the rule of fucking Overlord, so it still dies to that. But cool, he neutralizes 1 rear guard that can possibly kill him. And then auto rear guard, when your opponent's rear guard is in column as this unit is retired during your turn, choose one of your vanguards, and that in this unit gets plus 5k for the turn. So great, it can get up to a total of 20. The issue is that there is currently no way to move rear guards around in D, so the max it's going to have is a max of 20 that turn, so a total of plus 10. But hey, you know what? The X cards are going to print for Eugene, going to be rear guard movers, and this thing's going to become stacked as all hell. So can't wait to see when this thing becomes broken. When it eventually becomes broken, easy 4 of. Until then, 2 of 3 of. Then we have, I keep forgetting my computer isn't working with me, Scarlet Flames of Extermination. Sorry, let me get that right. Scarlet Flames of Extermination. Grade 3, normal order, played by counterblasting 1. Choose a column and retire all your opponent's rear guard in the same column. So, this thing is just a column killer. You know, the best part about this is fucking generic. This card is so good, it's generic, and it's the cost of a counterblast, and it murders a column. And its art looks fucking amazing. No offense to Best Harvest players, mainly my friend that I know is going to kill me for saying this. This thing outdoes Best Harvest in so many ways, shapes, and form. Easy 2 of, or 3 of, and any Dragon Empire deck that wants rear guard killing. Keep forgetting the computer buttons don't work. I really gotta like just start training my hand out of that. Perfect Taylor Coco is next. Grade 1 boost, 5k shield, 8k base. Auto, when she's placed on rear guard combat, only the top 7. Shoot up to 1 card, dress up ability from among them. Reveal, put it to hand, shuffle your deck. Okay, I love how this card is because as we all know, all the, or most likely all the new forms of the original set 1 for Lyrical Monasterio booster grade 3s, they are now gonna most likely have dress ups, or at least we know Willista will, and I think we know Clarissa will as well. So I think all of them are gonna have one. So great. This thing is just a generic tech for all of them that can easily search a Persona ride, and if for some reason they ever got rid of the ride deck, here's your way to search it. Great grade 1, love its skill, think it's amazing, easy 3 over 4 of, and any deck that has space for it. Then we have Martial Flame Dragon, Red Exarch Dragon, grade 3 General Persona, 13k base. This thing's art is fucking amazing, its skill is fucking terrible. Continues rear guard or guard circle, the standard, if your opponent's draft check or damage check revealed to trigger this turn, gets plus 10k power and 10k shield, so nullifies triggers, which is great. And then auto rear guard, this new attacks the vanguard, counterboss 1 to perform all the following. Choose one of your opponent's rear guards and murder it, and if you do not murder, you draw a card, which is great. And then move an over trigger from your drop zone, turn to battle, gets plus 15. Okay, at least the other ones that did that, they got like other benefits out of it. I cannot think of any off the dome. I just know they got other benefits outside of that. So that feels kind of meh vanilla to me, and it feels like they kind of just did not give it the same amount of work that they did the others. Again, his artwork is fucking amazing. His skill just feels so generic. So yeah, take that as you will. Then we have Welding Monster Robilio. I just now remembered that every monster that exists can now consistently support as Arkwright cards. Anyways, apparently this is a double rare for set 10. Grade 1 boost, 5k shield, 8k base, auto rear guard, this unit boost, soul boss 1 to end battle. If the total grade of set orders in your order zone is 3 or more, gets plus 5. If there are 5 or more, gets another plus 5. And if it's 7 or more, gets another plus 5. So This thing in total can be a 23k booster if you have a total grade of 7 or more orders. I was about to say what deck in reality can actually stack that many orders to where it would be worth it, and I just remembered as I said that, Orphist. So there's that. So it's not a bad grade one. It can definitely get numbers. Plus it's easy too because it's the grades, not the amount, thankfully. So it's not a bad grade one. It's solid. It just feels like it's restricted to that one deck because it's grades of set orders. It should have been cards in order zones grades and then just make it higher because, you know, it's a monster. You can abuse it with Arkwright. Arkwright sends stuff to order zone, but and that, in my opinion, would have been cool because it makes something not necessarily focus on set orders, but can if it wanted to. But they had to stay away from the, you know, all around generic and stuff, and chose to make it specifically this is for Brandt Gate, nothing else. So I don't know, still a good card in the sense of a 3-of, but nothing more I can say about it. God damn it, I forgot the button again. Then we have Guiding Monster Trafficon, grade 1 boost, 5k shield, 8k base, auto rear guard. When this unit boosts, discard one card from hand, choose one of your vanguards, against plus 2k ton of battle for every 2 of that unit's grade. Okay. Again, they've released this so many times now, and yet they waited for like the last card or one of the last cards from set 10 to be this. Did they really wait 10 sets for this? Or not 10 sets, like the entire set for this. I question so much. If you want to run this, 3 of it, I can say nothing more on that.
Okay, let's go over the last 3 reviews for today. First up, we have Earnest Correct follower Peyton, which first up, before we get onto his skill, I love the fact that we finally have Earnest Correct support that has Earnest Correct in its card name, meaning we can finally swap out the units because, no offense to the current ones, but it's kind of getting boring playing with the same cards, so nice, and it's also the fact it can proc off skills. Anyways, grade 1 boost, 5k shield, 7k base, all in which use a card from your hand. If your Vanguard has Clarissa in its card name, Vanguard plus 1, choose a grade 2 less card with Earnest Correct in its card name not called Earnest Correct follower Peyton from your drop zone, meaning you put it to your hand. Active on both players' turns, meaning you can drop this for a PG and then fetch it back in Earnest Correct. Okay, it is cards like these that I can see a little reason why they don't bring back effect PGs. I miss the effect PGs, but this thing would be stupid if it could bring it back. So I love Peyton's skill, and it's just an all-around solid grade 1. And can't you make your ride deck now a counterblast 1 for ride deck instead? Because at the same time you ride Clarissa, technically she'd be discarded from hand. Someone correct me on that if I'm wrong. But either way, Peyton's just a solid grade 1. I think it's great, so it's an easy 3 for me. Then we have Earnest Correct follower in Decella, grade 2 stuff 5k shield, 10k base, act rear guard or hand. If you have a Vanguard with Clarissa in its card name, counterblast 1 and put this unit into your soul. Choose one of your Vanguards and it gets auto Vanguard when this unit attacks. If you have played a copy of Aim to be the strongest idol this turn, choose one of your rear guards and stand until end of turn. And I love this because not only does it get you soul, which granted Clarissa doesn't really need too much of unless you're playing against a new deck, or I guess like the new one might want it, but it also, Grogges costing you CB, can get you a rear guard stand without having to hit. And while yes, that grade 2 is definitely a solid grade 2 on hit, the Dragon Girl, now you can get 5 attacks or even 6, or not 6, just I guess like 5 attacks in general, almost guaranteed if you play 2 of her. Or you can get a better column out of 1 because she can restand backward units too. Either way, this is an amazing grade 2, and now I'm starting to see why these things have Earnest Correct in the card names, because Bushy knows you're going to have to replace the current ones for this. Either way, solid grade 2, guaranteedly 4 of. I have so much deck building to do after this. And then we have New Clarissa, which has literally the skill I have been waiting for so long. Holy Egg Festival, Practice Committee Chief Clarissa, Grade 3 General Persona, 13k base, dress up, Earnest Correct leader Clarissa. During this fight, this card is also regarded as a specified card, so you know she gets you can Persona right off her, you can Persona right into her. My thing is, I don't think you're going to want the original Clarissa when you realize what this thing's skill is, and that is Act Vanguard once per turn. If you Persona this turn, this cost may be paid by Soul Blast 1 instead. Discard a Grade 3 Clarissa's card name from your hand. Never mind, you're going to want the original Clarissa. Search your deck or drop zone for up to 1. Aim to be the strongest idol. Reveal it, put it to your hand. If you search your deck, you shuffle it. I have wanted that ability for so long because my main problem with the current Clarissa is that you can always get one of them guaranteed, and then for some reason I never draw into the others, and I hate it. I don't know why it's like that. The deck just hates me, and now I have a way to search it. Thank you, Clarissa, you are amazing. Anyways, cool. Idle search for either Soul Blast or Discard, depending if you Persona Road or not that turn. And then Auto Vanguard, and I'm just going to pretend like the once per turn isn't there because this is how I first read it. Auto Vanguard, when this attack hits, draw 2 cards and all your rear cards with Earnest Correct from the card and get plus 5k for the turn. Okay, so this thing basically doubles the power off of the order, and then you get to draw 2 whole cards. And now remember, I originally read this as not a once per turn, meaning when this thing hits off of aim to be the strongest item in the world, even if your opponent blocks the Vanguard, I believe aim to be the strongest item allows you to hit 3 rear guards at once, that is a draw 6 and plus 15 to board. And then I was like, wow, they really got a once per turn this, as I am highlighting the once per turn part. So, okay then, cool. Really good that they once per turn that. If they didn't, this thing would be fucking broken. I love how this thing basically, along with this thing, gives you a guaranteed Persona right to board, plus the actual Persona right, a total of plus 20 to front row, and then you get 2 draws. All around, Clarissa seems like a pretty amazing upgrade. They did well with this one, and I literally cannot wait to play this. This has resparked my interest in Clarissa, so easy 4 of it. I have, again, so much tech money to do after this. And the last reveal for today is I'm guessing one of the last cards for set 10, and that is Diablos Heavy Launcher Patrick. Great to stuff like shield, 10k base, cool art, continues rear guard. If you're on final burst, he gets plus 10k power active during both players' turns, so 20k base. God damn it, now I have to put him in my Diablos deck. I didn't want to put him in because I didn't want to have to do another deck profile on them, but there we go. And then auto rear guard, this you attacks the Vanguard. If you are in final rush, Soul Blast 1, choose one of your opponent's rear guards, and then move it to the guard circle. If you're in final burst, choose 2 instead of 1. Okay. I love how his ability can be used in both Final Rush and Final Burst. If it's just in Final Rush, you get rid of 1 pesky rear guard. If it's in Final Burst, you get 2. All around, pretty solid. Has board control. The deck doesn't use up too much soul to my memory. I haven't played Violence in a while, but I don't remember using up too much soul. So, cool. My only issue is not going to be finding space for this. Either way, though, it's a solid grade 2. I think it's a nice card to end today's reveals off of, so easy 4 of. And speaking of which, I'm going to end it here. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you're wondering why I didn't cover the ban list, it's because we all know I don't care about the ban list enough to actually show it. If you guys wanted to know, you probably have better places that either care about competitive in any way, shape, or form, or just are better off showing reveals. But I'm sorry, but the main one I'm going to go over is just they unbanned fucking Katrina for some reason. I can't wait to see the chaos that causes. Anyways, I'm going to end it here. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, join us, go to follow Twitch, and I'll see you all in the next one. Don't just stand up my dear Vanguard. Yeah.